Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. I got this half-formed idea in my head, so I'm just gonna spout out. I'm gonna spout out gibberish, and then maybe the idea will develop. But it's not. It's also not unique. I don't think I made this up. It sounds an awful lot like a ton of the Buddhism that I've read. But here's the idea that popped into my head yesterday. So, all suffering is internal. All suffering's internal. Now, that's not saying external things can't hurt you. Like something bad could happen. So you got that hurt inside you, and it's just like I hurt my hand last week, and it's just now gotten healed enough that it's not painful to use. So the healing of that hand was all internal. And if now I start changing my behavior, like I don't grab certain things, I try to use my other hand, or whatever hurt me, I start like every day when I see it, I feel anger, or I try to do something, I'll hit that thing with a rock, if I lash out. That's the internal pain I have, the internal suffering. And now I've connected my internal suffering to an external thing. I think this external thing is partly responsible for my suffering. Now, the truth is, and say the conclusion you can come to, if you want, is it's not connected at all to that external thing. I'm not saying I didn't hit my hand up against something. I'm saying the healing is internal, and any prolonged suffering to that internal healing, it would be because I would attribute my pain or the negative memory or negative emotions or anything like that. I continue to connect it to an external thing. When that's not true, where I banged my hand, it's not continuing to bang my hand. It might continue to bang my hand in my mind. I might continue to remember saying like, man, I hate it when that happened. But that's where'd that I hate where that comes from. Where did I hate that happened? Where does that come from? Internally. That nothing external is contacting me saying like, by the way, I can't wait to hurt your hand again. So there's like a lot of suffering in the world, and it gets perpetuated by the idea that part of my suffering is connected to another person, another people, another object, another idea, even a memory. It's connected to that, like and then it almost becomes true, like the whole maintaining the cycle of suffering. Like every time I see that thing, I hit my hand against it, and other people, why'd you do that? Well, that thing did that. And I'm like, well, I'm going to hit our hands against it too. And then more and more people's hands hurt. And everyone's like, why are people hitting that? Well, that, like, there's a history of hitting that kind of thing. It's like, then it becomes like a ritual of hitting that thing, of hating that thing, of perpetuating anger at this thing, or even the anger at the idea. Like a bunch of people start getting angry about hurting your hand, and that just becomes a thing. It's like something you talk about over beers, something you mention at work. It just keeps existing, when really it happened for a moment. It needed some internal healing, and then you let it go. You don't need to keep it alive. You don't need to perpetuate it. Oh, I thought of I don't know if it's a Buddhist or a Taoist or whatever story. So I'm done. I mean, I don't think I've said anything necessarily remarkable, but like, it really helps me think about it. Like, I'm not mad at that person. I'm not mad at that external thing. Like, because part of why that external thing or that person or whatever, like, would lash out to others is also internal pain. And if I understand that I've got internal pain and I struggle with it, then I understand other people have internal pain and struggle with it. And some people will never heal. And so they're always going to be hurting others. So I could be susceptible to that for the rest of my life. Or if the few times that happens, I could just heal internally and not connect externally to that person. Sure, they did something wrong to me, but you know what? I got a life of joy to live, and I could fill it full of some misery and some anger if I wanted to. But once I've healed, why do it? How does it benefit me? As a matter of fact, how does it hurt me to carry pain and suffering with me for days or weeks or months or years? So here's the story. You've probably heard it. We're going to go across that bridge that has all the thumps. So there's two Buddhist monks, and also it is a Buddhist story. So Buddhist monks aren't supposed to have anything to do with women. You're supposed to just swear off the worldly things, find enlightenment. And they're walking to the river, and this river's really high. It's been a lot of rain. And there's this woman with a basket of bread. She's taking it to market. And she can't make it across that river, man. It's too deep. And so the older Buddhist monk walks over there, gestures to the woman to get on his back. She puts the basket up above her head. He lifts her up on the back. He walks her across the river, sets her down on the bank. The younger monk goes with him. The lady goes to market. The other monks just keep walking. And at the end of the day, the younger monk said, man, I can't get over that, man. I can't get over you, not only had something to do with a woman, but you actually let a woman climb onto your back and you carted her across the river. And he says, I carted her, I carried her, I carted her across a river for a few moments, and you've been carrying her the whole rest of the day.